Good evening, family and friends. Welcome to this gorgeous venue. Look around you. We're surrounded by the beauty of creation and nurtured by the sights and sounds of nature. What a perfect place to celebrate Nicky and Ray as they forge their sacred bonds of matrimony. My name is Mike. Ray and I are best friends. I'm honored to be standing here before you. In a very short time, I'll have the pleasure of seeing my best friend marry the woman of his dreams and will facilitate the union of two amazing people. We're about to experience and enjoy one of life's greatest traditions. To bear witness to the magic that happens when two people reach the intersection of love, commitment, friendship, and family. We are blessed to be present for the start of their forever and watch them take their next steps in perfect unison as husband and wife. Nicky and Ray selected this location because it was very special to them. When I asked them why it was special to them, the answer was simple. It was a good price. We could bring in our own vendors. We could decorate any way we wanted. And it came highly recommended by a good friend of Ray's. Nicky and Ray also selected you as their guests because of your importance to them in their lives. You are among their most cherished people, and they wanted to share this beautiful moment with all of you. Included in the crowd, we have Nicky and Ray's beautiful children, parents, siblings, extended family, and friends. You have given so much to enrich both Nicky and Ray's lives, and you have each touched their hearts in very profound and unique ways. Therefore, on behalf of both families, and on behalf of Nicky and Ray, I would like to thank everyone for their attendance this afternoon. Whether you flew in, drove for hours to get here, had to locate a babysitter, book a hotel, or took time to search for the perfect attire, the point is you all made today's celebration your priority. We are truly grateful that you are here. Nicky and Ray have a fantastic evening planned ahead for your enjoyment, and this ceremony is just the beginning. When Nicky and Ray gave me the pleasure of preparing tonight's opening events, I jumped at the opportunity. I thought to myself this would be easy and so much fun. They had what seemed like a very simple request. They said, Mike, give us a ceremony that captures the essence of who we are. It needs to be heartwarming but funny and loose. There was only one exception. Don't tell any stories that could get anybody, especially Ray, in trouble. And while this, in of itself, was a very straightforward ask, it proved to be much more involved than I had originally anticipated. The notion of essence really made me take a step back to reflect. To my right, I have Nicky, who I've have the pleasure of calling my friend for close to a decade. And to my left, I have Ray, who I've literally known since we were 13 years old in junior high school. I can only hope that I'm qualified enough to assume that I know what they mean to each other. I also hope not to let them down and make this moment memorable in time for them. And yet, still I thought to myself, what can I possibly say that embodies the many intangibles that make Nicky and Ray such a special pair? I soon came to a realization. Capturing who they are is not about perfectly crafted words or an expertly delivered ceremony. It's about all of us appreciating the journey of two individuals who were great people before they met, but through love and shared experiences became limitless as a couple. A series of events took place over the last 9 years leading to this very instant. These events, these chapters in their lives, form the true purpose of why we are here. Simply put, It is Nicky and Ray's love story that gives today context and meaning. Now, I'm sure you all know little bits and pieces of what I'm about to tell you, but let's travel back in time all the way to the very beginning. Nicky and Ray, each at home, are doing what many single folks do nowadays, browsing on a dating app. As they swipe left and right through possible matches, they ultimately hone in on one another. It's Ray's simple look, a nice dress shirt with his sleeves rolled up, working class, not trying to be more than what he is that strikes Nicky's fancy. For Ray, it's that he saw a real person, one far enough away to have the feeling of a fresh start without the worries of any false presumptions that may come along with being connected through a mutual acquaintance. They conversed in messages for some time, eventually agreeing to meet. Then, on that fateful day when they finally did meet, one thing was for certain. The attraction was instantaneous. I'm sure there were a million things Ray wanted to say when he finally saw Nicky in person, like, "Wow, you look gorgeous," or "It's so nice to meet you, I've been really waiting for this moment." But that's not what happens at all. As soon as Ray sees Nicky, he loses every ounce of his sensibility. He looks up, he looks down, pauses just a bit too long as his jaw practically drops to the floor with astonishment. Nicky doesn't fare much better. She is virtually spellbound herself, but manages to say, "Wow, you actually look like your profile pictures." And the two of them stare at each other awkwardly with anticipation. Ray, never shy, and Nicky, who certainly isn't either, are both sitting there speechless. After the initial shock wears off, they find out that the magnetism they feel goes far beyond the physical. They share many mutual enjoyments. They are both dog lovers, have similar tastes when it comes to food, movies to watch, which now Ray usually picks, and music to listen to or concerts to attend, which now Nicky usually picks. The importance of their children to them is ever important, especially during the holidays. They speak passionately of their work. As the conversation unfolds, they begin checking off all the boxes of their mental list of what each of them considered to be that one true perfect mate. Dating life is then off to a wonderful start. Nicky and Ray quickly gain a much deeper understanding of why they are so well matched. Ray realizes that whenever he has a bad day, all he has to do is look at Nicky and the things that bother him start to dissipate. When Nicky is around, he feels like everything's going to be okay. Especially during difficult times. Most notably, Ray's unexpected quadruple bypass open heart surgery last year. Ray admires Nicky's strength, her courage, and her ability to go toe-to-toe with him in an argument, as just a few of his favorite qualities. Nicky wakes up one day and she just knows she's in love. She sees a man who's an exceptionally hard worker. She is completely smitten by the loyal, steadfast, non-judgmental kind of guy standing before her. She loves Ray's great sense of humor and charm. Most importantly, she is blown away by Ray's unconditional love and knows it's different than anything she's ever felt before. She knew this would be the man that would be there for her even when she wasn't at her best and would do absolutely anything to make her happy. Her excitement is evident by the way she shows off to Ray, her family and friends, and everyone is thoroughly impressed. There is no doubt in her mind that Ray is the one. Nicky has found a new sense of confidence and self-awareness as she looks forward to the next stage in her life. Very quickly, Nicky and Ray moved in together. Once they started living together and got adjusted to their new life, their love grew even stronger. They also began to appreciate and even find comedy in their little differences. Ray learns that he has a disagreement with Nicky, and she says, "I'm going to go sleep on the couch," but later changes her mind to come to bed. You better not try to stop her. Or how Ray is very strategic. He'll research a new phone or TV for so long that by the time he's ready to buy it, the model he researched extensively is already obsolete. Whereas Nicky is like, "We need a phone, a TV, here's one that looks good, let's buy it." Or how Ray will go in the shower when Nicky is already in there and turn the shower head on the opposite wall full blast, ice cold on her. Or how when they go out for dinner, Ray loves it when Nicky says, "Oh, that looks good," and grabs a bite of food off her Ray's plate. The nightly blanket scandal. Did Ray throw the covers off himself, saying he was hot like in Nicky's perspective? Or Ray having absolutely no recollection of that, waking up freezing all the blankets on Nicky? Ladies and gentlemen, these are not only compromises, but they are the beautiful, silly nuances that signify a strong and maturing relationship, a relationship poised for marriage. At some point during the courtship, Ray decided this is the woman I want to marry. Ray purchased a ring and started planning his proposal. At the end of a weekend trip to Boston, Nicky was struggling to find the perfect souvenir. Ray waited patiently as she struggled to find it. Ray saw his opportunity pounce. Perfect moment. He pulled out a book titled Our Adventure Book. When Nicky opened the cover, she learned that it wasn't a book, but in fact a box, fashioned to resemble a book, meant to keep keepsakes. However, there was already one inside, a big one, a symbol of Ray's love and commitment, a ring that Ray would use to propose to Nicky. Now, mind you, after this, Ray did not perform a traditional proposal, getting down on one knee and asking Nicky to marry him. However, Nicky's response was just as untraditional. While at the sight of the ring, all she could do was muster up the sound, "Aww." After about 5 minutes of confusion and awkwardness on both sides, Ray came out with a romantic line that could be straight from a Disney movie or a romantic comedy. Words that would forever stand the test of time. What were those words, you asked? So, is that a yes? Now here we are, 9 years ago yesterday. After waiting for the perfect moment, after all the planning and endless preparation, today your devotion to each other is solidified before God and all the people you love most in this world. Nicky, Ray, please turn to face each other now, take each other by the hands, look in each other's eyes, and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to another. Acquaintances, friends, then best friends, now fiancés. But today signifies the creation of a new home and a new family for you both. Soon, you shall make promises that will take you across a new threshold, and things will never be the same between the two of you. For after these promises are made, you shall probably say to the world, "This is my husband, this is my wife." May your love, trust, dedication, and faith you share in one another guide you on this exquisite journey we call marriage and bring you a lifetime of joy and happiness. Nicky and Ray, to you with your family and friends present as your witnesses, willingly and of your own accord, agree to be joined in marriage.
We do.
Will you, Ray, keep Nicky as your most cherished person, to laugh with her, go on adventures with her, support her through life's toughest moments, be proud of her, grow old with her, and find new reasons to love her every day? And will you, Nicky, keep Ray as your most cherished person, to laugh with him, go on adventures with him, support him through life's toughest moments, be proud of him, grow old with him, and find new reasons to love him every day?
I do.
Will you, Nicky and Ray, be each other's partners from this day forward? Will you bring out the best moments together and love each other absolutely for the rest of this lifetime and whatever may come next?
We do.
Nicky, the hands you are holding are strong and formidable. They have carried you securely in your moments of weakness. But these hands are also gentle and kind. They're the ones that will forever tuck you in at night and wipe away your every tear. Ray, the hands you're holding are tender and petite. They bring beauty into your world and will preserve your fondest memories. Their delicate touch offers you solace from the relentless work days from home. But these hands are also mighty and fierce. The slightest graze is powerful enough to put your life back into perspective whenever you lose your way. So Nicky and Ray, always cherish this magnificent connection you share and walk hand in hand for the remainder of your days. Good job, bud. Now, it's your turn to say the wonderful feelings you have in your heart for each other and take the vows you've promised to one another. Please speak clearly and with a strong voice. We don't want to miss a thing.
When Nicky first mentioned that she would like us to write our own vows, I thought to myself, oh no. For those who know me best, I am not known for sharing my feelings. I reached out to numerous friends about these vows, and they all said the same thing. That shouldn't be hard for you because you talk about Nicky all the time. So what I'm about to say, most of you have heard numerous times. Nicky, you are the love of my life. You are also my best friend. Hopefully I don't cry. You know exactly who I am and always help me be true to myself. You have enriched my relationship with my entire family. You have reconnected me with all of my friends, past and present. You have supported and cared for me in my times of need. You have taught me how to be proud of who I am. You are also my polar opposite. So the saying is definitely true, opposites attract. I could stand up here for hours and talk about how much I love you and how much you have impacted my life, but it is 95 degrees out here, and I don't do well with the heat. So in closing, I vow to love you with all of my heart till the end of time, to always be there for you when you need me, and to hopefully impact your life the same way you have impacted mine. I love you.
Ray, I give you this ring to place on Nikki's finger as a symbol of your love. Now take Nikki's left hand in yours, place the ring on her finger, and with your deepest sincerity, please repeat after me. With this ring, I give you my promise.
With this ring, I give you my promise.
You will not walk in this life alone.
You will not walk in this life alone.
You are my every hope and dream.
You are my every hope and dream.
I will love you deeply for the rest of my life.
I will love you deeply for the rest of my life.
As this ring has no end or beginning,
As this ring has no end or beginning,
so shall my love be for you forever.
so shall my love be for you forever.
Today, I marry my best friend and my soulmate. 9 years ago, I walked into a Chili's on my lunch break, having absolutely no idea who was really waiting for me. But you were true to your word, and you were exactly who you said you were. As I stand here with you, you are still that person. That day, I set your ringtone as, could it be? My answer is still yes. Yes, it is. And it's also still your ringtone. We've been through a lot in 9 years. Ups and downs, and aside from your open heart surgery, I'd do it all over again. You and me, we're twin flames. You're the other half of my soul. You say what I'm thinking before I can even get the words out. Why? Because there's telepathy between hearts. You and I are embers from the same flame. We're dust from the same star. We're echoes of the same love. For those who don't know, we even have the same birthday. I'd rather have bad times with you than good times with someone else. I'd rather be beside you in a storm than safe and warm by myself. I'd rather have hard times together than have it easy apart. I'd rather have the one that holds my heart. And I vow to you in front of all these people that forever that person is you. I vow that I will always be by your side in good times and bad. And most importantly, I vow to still grab your butt even when we're old and gray. I love you more than the tongue can tell.
Nikki, I give you this ring to place on Ray's finger as a symbol of your love. From the bottom of your heart, and with Ray's left hand in yours, place the ring on Ray's finger, and please repeat after me. As I place this ring upon your finger,
As I place this ring upon your finger,
I give you all that I am,
I give you all that I am
and all that I will ever become.
and all that I will ever become.
You are my every hope and dream,
You are my every hope and dream,
and I will love you deeply for the rest of my life.
and I will love you deeply for the rest of my life.
As this ring has no end or beginning,
As this ring has no end or beginning,
so shall my love for you be forever.
so shall my love for you be forever.
Now I continue to ask you to hold each other by the hands, so that you may see the gift you are to each other. The wedding is largely about symbols. Symbols are important and helpful because they make an idea and a value concrete and physical, something we can see and touch. They're helpful because they serve as a powerful reminder of a time and even a promise that may have faded over time. Hand fastening is a symbol like this. It's one of the world's oldest traditions, and it's found in cultures all over the world. In joining hands, Nikki and Ray symbolize they freely offer their lives to one another. And in fastening their hands together, the rope symbolizes that Nikki and Ray leave this place today with their lives now bound up together. How after today, an idea of two stories came together and two sets of hopes and desires for the future are joined in commitment and intention. Nicky, Ray, now that I have fastened your hands together, I invite you to reflect on the joy and the responsibility that awaits you. From today, being bound together in the commitment and the intention of marriage means that each of you is a lifelong, safe place to love and be deeply loved by the other. May you know, feel, and always remember that together in this marriage, you are each deeply known and each deeply loved. This rope symbolizes so much. It is your life, your love, the internal connection that the two of you have found with one another. The ties of this hand fastening are not formed by this rope, or even the knots connecting them.